Yo. Welcome to another JefeCast 8822. Uh it's not gonna be a long one today. It's gonna be pretty quick, I hope. Um I watched I didn't pick up no photos or nothing to put in this podcast. Sorry, but new movie came out on Hulu called Prey, which is a somehow like a prequel uh to Predator. It's an American science fiction horror action film. Wow, that's a lot. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Now his name is Dan Trachtenberg, and written by Patrick Azen, based on the Predator franchise by Jim Thomas and John Thomas. It's the fifth installment in the franchise and a prequel to the first four films. So basically, that's what it is. The story revolves around Naru, a skilled Comanche warrior protecting her tribe from a highly evolved alien predator that hunts humans for sport, fighting against the wilderness and fur traders to keep her people safe. Hold on, let me see. I can never remember how do you save stuff on Mac. You gotta do all these command controls and stuff. Very annoying. Why can't I just right click? But yeah, honestly, in my opinion of the movie The Prey, it was cool. It was a pretty good movie. It's a little slower because it's taking place back in a time period where, you know, there was not a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So let me just see when it was based in, because I want to say it was like maybe 1300s. It was quite early. Let me see. So, excuse me, I went way too far. 1719. So basically, the ship, sent out a predator, and you know what the predator's whole thing is to be the top of the food chain. So a lot of the movie, the tribe, her brother is like the top, not like the top chief, but he's like next in line. Basically, he's the one that goes out there and brings back the threat, the food. So it's a point in time where it's a lion that's killing or attacking the area. They're doing something. This lion is a problem. So the brother sets out to go find this lion. She's a great tracker. Naru, she's a great tracker. And she had discovered the predator's footprint, and she was trying to tell them there's more stuff out there. They didn't want to believe her. So she ends up going out there trying to save her brother. There's this thing called, it's some name of something where you have to go and like actually hunt something or hunt something that's hunting you. So he was basically saying this is your chance to do it, because she ends up running into him, and the lion ended up killing one guy, and she wasn't successful in killing the lion. She fell out of a tree, hit her head. Her brother brought her back. Eventually, the brother brought back the lion, and when they ended up having a conversation, he basically told her like, "Yo, you can't do this. Like, I had to save you. This ain't for you." So she was like, "I'm gonna go find out. Find this the predator, but I'm about to go find whatever this thing is leading the track." So she goes. She's a dog. She goes looking far and wide. Ends up finding it, like coming across tracks and green blood and all this stuff. And the predator, during the movie, he's young. He doesn't have like the metal faceplate, but he's always in like his cloaking mode. And um so he'll be watching other animals like snakes prey on rabbits, and then he'll kill the snake. Like, it's like whatever was the predator, the top of the food chain, or whatever, the one that got over, he would go after. So like when the people were coming after the girl, he would kill the people. He wouldn't see the girl as a threat. So it was a pretty decent movie. I ain't gonna spoil the whole thing, but it was like, it was good. It's a little, like I said, it's not going to be crazy amounts of action all the way through, but it's a good movie. Decent for what it was. Um, so I don't know. I mean, the movie just came out. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but It was cool, man, and I thought that it would end differently. I thought that maybe she would use the predator as like her own signal caller in a sense, because since he wouldn't attack her because he didn't see her as a threat, and when people were being like the guys with the guns, he would go after and kill them. I thought that she would just be like, she would go into situations and kind of have the guys show their aggression, and he would be the one to pick them off. But she did that only once. Then she kind of turned on him at the end or whatever, like to try to kill him or whatever. So we'll see. I don't know. Does that mean more predators come in at the end? I mean, we obviously know what happens in present day, but can I get more like Alien versus Predator? Can I get an Alien versus Predator 2, 3 or something? Like, I mean, you can't really. How many movies can you make with the Predator? Like, he's going to kill a lot of. It's funny because the people didn't recognize. Like, these are people from 1700. So he pulled. He has a laser on the people's face. Like, he put the laser on this dude, and the dude see the laser. He like, he like, he like, what is? He was so confused. Like, what is that? He shot it. He gets shot dead. So interesting movie. It was cool. It wasn't bad. It's a little, like I said, it's a little slower, but it's not bad. So you can check it out. Prey is on Hulu. Uh, I have started to watch a series called The Night Stalker, and yes, I will get to finish watching Resident Evil. Uh, I paused that, but I will get back to it. Been watching a lot of Master Chef. I like Master Chef. Oh, you were waiting on me. So I've been watching this joint called Night Stalker. I'm a huge crime documentary fan. I've only gotten through the first episode, leading into the second. Got a couple of minutes into the second, but you know, it's another one of these things where this guy, he is very interesting. As far as I've watched a lot of these type of shows, so mm, people who are serial killers typically have a style or a type. Like, they will kill a bunch of blondes who remind them of their mother. It's always something like that. Or they'll be into kids. Or, you know what I'm saying? They kill a specific type. They go after, this guy go after anybody. Old, young, man, woman, sleep with men, sleep with women, molest children, kill old women, kill young women, kill old men, kill young men. So they, back in the 80s and stuff, the people don't never seen nothing like that. They thinking it's multiple people. It's not. It's one man. One man. And I believe he might be a cop. Very interesting show. It's called Night Stalker. Again, just be careful, guys, with the online dating and the meeting people. Make sure these people are safe to be around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go and have to knock a whole background check on them and all that, but just be mindful of who you're dealing with, and be careful of your surroundings. This guy, he would just come up with women. He wanted to see fear in their eyes. So he would get your attention. He didn't want to just shoot you from behind. He wanted you to look in his eyes, see the gun. That's scary. That must be a very terrifying moment, knowing that in any second this man could pull this trigger and end my life. You could just be in the middle of pleading, like, please don't, and I watch shows like that because I just don't understand the human mind. I don't understand how people harbor this natural hate and evil. And I also don't like the excuse that something happened in your past and 30, 40 years later, you're still mad about it and you're acting out on it. You listen. Nobody said life was going to be perfect. Nobody said this is going to it comes with its ups, it comes with its pitfalls. You just gotta evolve and grow with the times and with the situations. To hold something for 30, 40 years and you still using that as an excuse, I'm sorry. You miss me. What is wrong with you? When your mind is disconnect that you just have no emotion, no feeling for what you're doing. Like these innocent people just resting in their home or collecting their groceries or picking up their kids or whatever it is, and to be killed or murdered or snatched up has to be terrifying. Let's be mindful. Keep a spray, some bear spray. Get them up off you, and a little knife. It's okay. A little teeny pocket knife ain't gonna hurt nobody. Ain't gonna hurt nobody unless you need to. Just saying, ladies, protect yourself. But it seems like a pretty good show, so I'm gonna check it out. It's a limited series, so it's probably like what, 4 episodes, 3 to 4, 6, something like that. I did see today. I don't know if the Punisher is officially confirmed to come back, but I would love to see the actor that played him, Barenthal, come back and reprise that role. Only thing is, if you're not familiar with the Netflix series, please go and watch The Punisher and the season 3 Daredevil. I'm trying to tell you, this dude is a savage in there, and I don't know how Marvel can use the Punisher the way that he was initially brought in Netflix, because in that Netflix series, dude, it was gritty, it was violent, it was bloody, it was brutal, and Disney still is tailored to children, even if they have the rated R section now. So I don't know how they're gonna pull it off, but I would love to see Barenthal team up with the Daredevils, team up with the Avengers, team up, bring these smaller characters in. I would like to see them. Like, I know what can they do when it comes to fighting aliens, but it's like, bruh, there's 50 superheroes in New York. They have to cross paths. Can't tell me. I'm trying to figure out, like, he gets all the way to California with Jessica Jones. Why is he in California? Or did she come to New York? Why would he be in California? We just saw him in New York in Spider-Man show. Um, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to X-Men. I don't know how true it is. They were saying that, I don't know how true this is. They were saying like the original characters of the X-Men from the Fox, like Hugh Jackman and all them, they can't recast that role until 2025. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's probably maybe a reason why we haven't gotten any X-Men. But with all the dates on the Marvel schedule and the stuff that didn't, stuff they didn't show. Like, there was a lot of dates in Phase 6 that they didn't show. I would think the X-Men is one. I think I saw Eternals is Eternals 2 maybe in there. You got to get Wolverine in here at some point. I'm saying that we might get a black Professor X, which would be, I think, would be cool. You gotta switch it up. Everything don't need to just be exactly like the comics. Because if that's the case, why watch the movie if I already know the outcome? I think a black Professor X would be cool. We already seen a British one twice, and in the cartoons. And if they really gonna bring in John Carlo, whatever his name is, and potentially bring in Denzel Washington as Magneto, which has been a rumor for a while, that would be dope. That's something I've never seen him I don't know. We never seen him play like a superhero role. We've What's the closest we got? I mean, like he's done roles where he's like the hero, like Equalizer, but like superhero difference. And Magneto's deep. He's a deep character with a lot of background. And if you make him black, whoa, like is his black background like Black Panther? Like where do we go if you make Magneto black? Because Magneto in the comics was in what time was that? Can't remember. But his background story will be completely different. So I would love to see how they integrate that. That would be cool. Magneto's a dope ass character, yo. Like when done correctly, he's a great character. I'm really looking forward for Doom too because I didn't watch the second iteration of the Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan and them. I didn't. When they had him and the sister, who's supposed to be sisters, black and white or whatever, I was like, nah, I'm good. How you want to explain that? They're supposed to be brother and sister, and one is black and one's white. You can miss me. So I didn't watch that one. The first two was terrible. The first one's terrible. And the Rise of the Silver Surfer. I liked seeing the Silver Surfer, but the movie was garbage. So now with this invigorated, renewed excitement to see Doom, because he's such a great character in the comics, I would like to see them bring him in. I want to see villains work with each other. There's many instances where like Kang, who's going to be the big bad now, has worked with Doom. Doom potentially being the one who stirs up the fight between Wakanda and Atlantis. I can't remember the new name, Temple Khan or something. But I'm curious what they're going to do. You got the Marvels coming, Quantumania. I'm curious about Guardians 3. Excuse me. The Marvels, I'm curious about the Marvels. I like to see Echo because I want to see. Got hiccups now. Because I want to see how similar are they going to adapt the comics to it. I do know at some point Echo and Daredevil was like an item or so. So it wouldn't surprise me if he shows up knowing Echo. Ironheart, I hope it's a continuation from Black Panther with cutbacks. I don't always need a prequel. I get the point. I mean, y'all can continue her story and then you can go back and show elements of her past. It'll be a Disney Plus show, so you have time to tell that. And if you're going to give Daredevil 28 episodes, there's no reason why you can't give these other TV shows 10, 14 episodes and really dive in. Obviously, Fantastic Four. I'm curious. The Marvels. I really want to see the Marvels because there's a lot of questions that wasn't answered with Spectrum, and I'm curious. Where is White Vision, and where would he show up? Out of all of these, I can't see White Vision. I mean, outside of like Secret Wars or something, but where does Captain Marvel fit in this? Like, you got Blade, you know what I'm saying? Daredevil. I guess what she returns in the Avengers. I'm not sure, but definitely curious to see what they do with this. DCEU. The question is, will the DCEU survive? Will they survive all of the cancellations. Um, because I mean, I think Superman's still a go. They brought back Affleck. Flash is canceled, or I think, or not canceled, but something's going on with the Flash. I guess they still got Aquaman out there. You bringing in Black Adam. You got Shazam. So there's still stuff there where DC can bounce back. I'm very curious about this Black Adam. I like The Rock. Just he's The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks like he got the Black Adam physique. He looked like Black Adam. So I think that Black Adam will be the start. Shazam, surprisingly, Shazam. I took a long time to watch Shazam, and Shazam was actually pretty good. Like so, number two, you know, I'm hoping it lives up. Um, Wonder Woman 1 was really good. 2, not so much. But they need to stop doing these prequels like Wonder Woman 1985, Wonder Woman 1996. Look, Wonder Woman today. Can I see what she's doing today, right now? Don't tell me about 30 years ago. I don't care. We don't care. I want to see right now. So, maybe they can do something like that. Again, they tried to jump the gun because they saw the success with MCU. But again, like the MCU, dog, they started off very slowly. Uh, Hulk, Iron Man, no, Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, is how I remember it starting off. And then the Captain Americas, and, you know what I'm saying, the Thor movies. And it took time to build it up. And then, Avengers. Oh, okay, cool. They just tried to throw it together because, no. I'm still upset with the Batman vs Superman movie. Are you kidding me? What was that? How could you make Superman the weakest person in the movie? And I'm still upset they just crammed two storylines into one. The horrible line about Martha, while as Batman is about to kill Superman, and he's like, Martha, like who just says their mother's name? Oh, Martha? Martha's my mother's name. We're friends now. What? That was the worst that movie. And then like out of nowhere, Wonder Woman comes in, kicking ass on a level. I'm like, so Superman's the weakest one in his own movie though. Like, I was very disappointed in that. So I don't know, man. They need to brighten Henry Cavill or Cavill. How you say his name? They trying to make Superman dark and morose. That's not Superman. That's Batman. It's like every movie should have his own vibe because every character is his own person. You see what I'm saying? If you want to have the dark and gritty Batman, cool. But Superman is not dark and gritty. He's not morose and sad. He's like hope and inspiration. He's light. He's exciting. He has the big fights and he stands in the sun and faster than a speeding bullet. He's quicker than a train. Like that's Superman. He's not supposed to be walking around all somber, sad. What? And then he dies in his second movie? Y'all killed Superman in his second movie? Unforgivable. Completely, completely unforgivable. So, I mean, whatever. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it, but it's not a good. I hope they do survive because with Black Adam coming in and Shazam, and you got something there. I mean, they was talking about the Nightwing movie years ago that fell through. You got the whole DC Teen Titans thing, but it's like all of these things are different. They're not connected to each other. Or if because they got their own Bruce Wayne and so I don't know. Hopefully they do something and get the DCU to back, get it together, get it stronger because I would love. I mean, I'm just saying, I would love to see. It could be 20 years from now. I don't care. I will be 51 and I'll be so excited. They do a Marvel versus DC, but it can only happen if DC has a strong foundation. It can't hold up. They are crappy. People will go see it because, and yes, there. When I saw discovered there was a comic of it, I had to go see it. I had to go check it out, and it's really cool to see DC versus Marvel. It was really cool. So we'll see. I'm gonna switch it up only because I just feel like it's something to talk about. Um, like the whole insecurities thing. I've been I was introduced to um, some YouTube show where people uh, people basically set up loyalty tests. I just think that's so weak, especially if as a man, if he's doing it, I get it. A woman, she emotional. Oh, he's been staying out way too late every night. Please follow him. I get that. But a guy, when I see men do that, it's just very weak. And it just shows a lot of insecurities. And why? God dang it. Oh, I just realized something. Wait. Second time I did it. Excuse me. Much better. Oh, wait, pause. So, insecurities. Are they coming out here to DC? Damn. Um, so when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, I don't get it. In relationships, the extreme insecurities. I don't get it. Like, I want to say, even if somebody dated somebody and they break up, that doesn't expel them or cancels them from being friends down the line. Some people are better off friends than they are lovers. And, I always have this idea that people known people before they met you. And it just kills me that people just try to change the friends you have or the people you deal with because they feel, oh, maybe you had something happen in your past, or maybe you just don't trust. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You can't carry that weight, that baggage every day. Next person, next man, next one. That weighs people down. And the more I see it, like there's guys I work with. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I just did that. I was looking at something. There's guys I've worked with. And yo, that girl will blow them up like every hour. And it's like, what? They don't believe you that you're at work? Like, you're working with me. Like, what, they don't believe that or something? And it's the insecurity thing is just getting to a point where it's like, yo, why? Is it because of the social media? Is it because the access to each other? People, maybe your line getting blown up or something. And so, like, it's that whole guilty conscience thing where, like, you are really the one that's got something that's going on. So when you can't really put a finger on what's going on with them, you just automatically assume. The assumption thing is bad. I was telling my daughter about this, like, yo, you got to be secure in yourself. I'm secure. I always know what I bring to the table as far as, and this doesn't even need to be the physical and the sexual. Just as a man, what I bring to the table, as a provider, as a protector. Like, I know what I bring. I know my value. So, to me, if you do step out, then hey, that's on you. It's your loss in the day because I check all the boxes. And, you know, so if when I'm dating, male best friends and things, that don't bother me. You've had those friends before I've gotten here. You going out doesn't bother me. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And it just trips me out to see men and women constantly, you know, just you bring the worst thoughts. You call your man, you call your girl, she don't answer. Oh, she must be with somebody. Why did that the first? I don't even entertain that type of negative thought. Maybe she's just taking a nap. Maybe she's busy at work. Maybe anything could be happening, and the first thing you jump to is like the worst thing. That's very negative, yo. It's very, it's just a weak. It's just man and woman. It's just weak. It's just a weak move. It's just a weak situation. Just comes off very weak to me. So, I mean, take that how you want it, but um, you'll end up losing more than you gain by being that way. And when you have something good, you better keep that. You better keep what's good, and I'm just hopefully somebody's saying this. They need to see it. Hopefully, it touches you because I've dealt with it, and I think because of the relationship I was in prior to the relationship with Amelia's mother, that relationship taught me to be secure in myself. So as far as like how people try to hurt you or with lies, even if they lying and telling the truth, try to hurt you. Oh, I was with such and such. Cool. Yeah, I have fun with that. Peace. I'm good. You can't really. The only thing that can get to me is some of my daughters. Outside of that, it really is what it is, man. Moving on. I actually like Jake Paul. I do. I was watching a little bit of the sparring with him and Rockman, and you say what you want about dude, but he gets in that ring and and he throws hands, bro. This is a Disney guy. This is a kid that my daughter used to watch on TV. He in there fighting ex MMA fighters and pro athletes, and he's beating them. And regardless if he's black, white, Latino, or whatever, the dude got heart. I mean, I did believe that Rockman was just might be out of his league because I didn't know, I didn't think Jake would be able to beat him. I'm not saying he would have lost bad, but I just think Rockman has way more experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, an experience matters, and he's not old. So I do like Jake Paul, and I like what he's done. He's changing the way these guys get paid and promote for themselves, like Floyd Mayweather. You probably learn from him, watching him. These guys get out there and they start promoting for themselves and they make most of the money. And that's what's needed. The person that's actually going out there and putting themselves in physical in harm's way should be the one that makes majority of the money. It shouldn't have to 35% to the promotion and 10%. No, 80 here, and y'all figure out the 20. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's good to see Jake Paul. I don't. I wonder. I would like to see who he fights next. I mean, I would like to see the whole Rockman fight happen, but if it doesn't, I want to see him get in there and handle some business. They was talking about him and Mike Tyson. I don't want to see that because Mike isn't. I don't think Mike is going to go full speed unless Jake hits him and pisses him off, and then we don't want to see Mike Tyson absolutely knock Jake Paul out, do we? I mean, like, because Mike Tyson, come on, bro. Come on, it's like getting hit by a brick. Not even a brick, a bag of bricks. Like, yo, he can, bro, he'd knock Mo, really. Like, and next week, yeah, that's when you're waking up. First time you moved in a whole week was, bruh. Listen, you. almost couldn't pay me to fight Tyson. We got to talk a high million numbers, double, triple figures maybe. And even then, I'm gonna run from this mother. I'm gonna run from him the whole fight. Just be throwing. I be trying to get away from him. I ain't fighting Mike Tyson. Crazy? Hell no. Hold on, let me get 20 more pounds on it. Maybe we can talk. You know what I'm saying? But right now, nah, sir. Come on, bro. Punch it. Body shot. Ooh, I'm good. But I like Jake Paul, man. I wish the best for him. It's upcoming NFL season. I would like to do a. I would like what the plan is to do some with Ricardo. Us doing a podcast talking. Ricardo is a ultimate fan. Me, I'm more of the casual now. I used to be a big, huge fan growing up, and over the years, it's just kind of waned. One because my team is never really good, which is the Redskins or the Commanders, never really good, and so it's like, who are you supposed to root for? I'm not a bandwagon guy. I'm not going, oh, the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. Oh, I like Tampa. No, I used to hate Tampa. I like Tom Brady. He's my favorite quarterback, but I hated Tampa. They used to whip our ass with Mike Allstar. I mean, we get them every once in a blue moon, but like, yo, when it counted, they would typically beat us. Um, so I'm not, but I do hope that the Redskins can have a pretty good season this year. Let me take a little look at their schedule, and we'll do. I'm gonna try to do something like a little play by play. We'll do like a week by week thing or something, uh, and we'll see if we can have some fun, add some people into this. But I'm working on it with this as far as NFL season. I do think like the Chiefs, man. I'm very curious to see what they do because uh, losing Tyreek that's big. Regardless of what you think, that's a huge loss. We start off with Jacksonville. We go into Detroit, Philly, go into Cowboys, Tennessee, at Chicago, we got Green Bay, at Indianapolis, which is a rematch for Carson Wentz, Minnesota, at Philly, at Houston, Atlanta, at New York, bye week. New York comes here, at San Fran, Cleveland, Dallas. I mean, honestly, I don't want to get my picks away, but you know, I can see them having a higher win than loss record this year. But it really depends on injuries, which most years hopefully Wentz can stay healthy. But if he don't, we got a decent backup in Heineke. But teams I'm looking forward to seeing, obviously the Commanders. The Bills should be strong this year. The Dolphins, I'm very interested in seeing what they do. Second year of Matt Jones. Uh, don't really care about what the Jets are doing. Not really pressed to see what the Ravens are doing. I know they're gonna be running the ball to death, which is the Ravens thing. I like Joe Burrow. Last year before the season, I'm on the record saying the boy was going to come up. I didn't know he was gonna go to the Super Bowl, but I told y'all he was coming up. One of my favorite young quarterbacks, and so I expect them to come back just as strong. Cleveland Browns. I was a big fan of Cleveland when they had Baker Mayfield. Listen, I got to be honest. I don't know how I feel about Deshaun Watson, man. Like, that can't go unchecked, bro. I just can't just sweep that under the rug. You didn't, regardless if they found you guilty or not. There's no way all of them women were lying about what you did to them. Massaging. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it just makes me. I can't just go in rooting like, yeah, come on, Watson, like I was 2 years ago, bro. Like, that's big. I'm a father of girls. Like, I can't just. That's probably why I never like certain people, it's like that's a turn off to me, bro. You using your power and your name or whatever whatever you think you are to get over on people who were trusting you, you know, in that moment. And I just don't like that type of stuff. So I mean, if they do well, cool. If not, that's well too. I don't really care. The Steelers, um, I don't really care. The Texans don't care. Colts don't care. I would like to see what Jacksonville quarterback does. You know, my boy from Clemson. But I hope he gets smashed in week one by the Redskins. Tennessee, with them losing Julio and then they lose their top receiver to the Eagles. I mean, they might take a huge step back. Strong running game, but who you want throwing the ball to? I'm very interested in the AFC West. All four teams, like straight up. Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, and the Chargers. The Chargers picking up they had a huge pickup in free agency. Another defensive end. I can't remember right now, but I know he was a big name, and I was like, oh crap. The Raiders are coming back. Chiefs losing some pieces and adding some in. Broncos and Russell Wilson, so curious. Obviously, I hate the Cowboys. Yes, I do. I hope they suck. Obviously, I hate the Giants. Yes, I do. I hope they suck too, but not as bad as the Cowboys. I absolutely hope the Cowboys go 0-17, even though, truth be told, they do have like talent. Is that Dexter Loomis? He back at least with the Cowboys. I would say I want to see them lose everything, but I gotta be realistic. They got a really good team. I mean, they got really good players, but I hate the Cowboys. I hope they lose everything. The Giants, they suck, and I hope they. But the Giants are always that team that can just have a sneaky year. So I never put it past them. I absolutely hate the Eagles. They're probably I don't know who I hate more, the Eagles or the Giants, but the Cowboys number one. But the Eagles got Jalen. What's his name? Ramsey Rose. What? I don't know his name. He ain't my quarterback, so I could care less. I know I'm wrong because Jalen Ramsey, the cornerback, dude from Oklahoma. Where you go? I don't remember. He was at Oklahoma for a year, right? He left Alabama, but they got a good team. So I mean, I think the Eagles will be back this year. But than us, we have a pretty decent team. Hope barring injuries. Chicago Bears, I like the young black dude, the quarterback, Justin Fields. So I would like to see how they do. I don't care about the Lions. You know, you know what you're gonna get from Aaron Rodgers. He's going to dominate the regular season, but it's really postseason for him. Kirk Cousins, you know what you get from Kirk. Pretty much this everything, the same. He's a good quarterback in the season, but in the playoffs, you know what you're gonna get. The Falcons, I like their tight end, but could care less about them. The Panthers, I like Baker Mayfield, and I will pay attention if he's starting. If not, I don't care. New Orleans, we'll see. Sean Payton's gone, new regime. Tampa Bay coming back, bringing in Julio. I'm very interested to see if Tom Brady can get that eighth ring. Arizona, gave that dude a lot of money. Let's see what they do. Everybody trying to clown him about the making him study 4 hours a week. Who cares? That's funny. This is what's funny to me. Y'all think y'all can make fun of a guy because in his contract, which is 230 plus million, by the way, he has to study 4 hours a week. Y'all are missing the point that it's a $230 million contract. What are you talking about? Who cares if he has to have to study 4 hours a week and they have to put it in writing? Who cares? The point is that he just made $230 million. Like y'all be trying to clown people for the stupidest stuff. At the end of the day, he's laughing to the bank. Like I don't even know why that offends people. I wish I was him and I would have read that. I would have bust out laughing like, bruh, miss me. I'm about to go on a super trip. Yeah, $230 million. Y'all trying to fake clown the dude. Come on, man, stop. He's made it. So we'll see what he does this year. The Rams, defending champions. Will they repeat? They could. I wouldn't put it past them. But again, injuries. We'll see. Uh, I wonder if they'll pick up Odell again. He's still out there. Um, San Fran. Oh my goodness. I mean, if they get any decent play out of the quarterback, this team can clear. This team can get to the Super Bowl just as quickly as anybody else. They have a brutal offense, a savage defense. Seattle, yeah, they'll drop off. So that's but we'll see. I'm gonna try to get this thing set up with Ricardo, and then we'll go from there. The Yankees, yes, up 4-1. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what I got next for you. The KD trade. I thought that I read that KD. How did his meeting go? I mean, not because I know he was supposed to meet with Josiah, and they were supposed to discuss the trade, the whole trade thing. Okay, so it says Nets owner Josiah back Steve Nash, Sean Marks after report of Kevin Durant ultimatum. Kevin Durant is not happy with Brooklyn Nets management, still wants to be traded, barring a change. Per the report, Durant met with team owner Joseph Tsai over the weekend and told him to choose between himself and the parent of head coach Steve Nash and general manager Sean Marks. Durant doesn't have faith in the direction of the team, and according to the report, hours after the Monday afternoon report, Tsai tweeted that the Nets front office and coaching staff have my support. So that's basically him saying I will take them and not you, which is a huge, uh, you know, that's big because this is Kevin Durant is one of the best players of all time, at least top 15 all time. And to say that you choose a rookie coach or now a second year coach and Sean Marks. And I'm not knocking Steve Nash. I love Steve Nash, the basketball player. I don't know how much coaching background and skill he has, So to say you choose them over Kevin Durant, who you just signed to 4 years, $198 million, that's a lot. So we'll see. I don't know if they're going to. Oh, so this is Nash's third year, so it'll be his third year. Um, are they going to trade Kevin Durant? I don't know. The asking price is way too high. Y'all saw what Rudy Gobert got, and I'm still a little baffled as to why they gave up so much for him. But and how you gonna? I mean, you can have Towns play the four. They can, and then Gobert, be the one that's closer to the basket, and Towns stepping out a little bit. And then defense, you got two big bodies down there, but it's gonna be interesting seeing how they play together, especially with the young cat Edwards who's coming up. So I'm really looking forward to the NBA season, honestly, honestly, for the first time in a while, because I was happy when we got AD. I was looking forward to that year when won the bubble championship. But then we got Russell Westbrook, and I was kind of like, ah. But then this year, even though we haven't really gotten anybody at all, I'm just excited about the other teams. You got CJ McCollum, Zion, Ingram. You got the Warriors coming back. You got the Celtics coming back. Miami. So it's a lot of teams made some moves. 76ers loaded up on the low too. So it's a lot of good little teams out there, man. Looking forward to that. Back trucking. I talked to my man P today. Uh, I think I'll be setting up some shop in Atlanta. So if you are seeing this and you're from Atlanta or something, contact right there at Hefe Hippie SIG or Artist Gallon on Facebook, High P, Twitter. Hit me up. I'll set things up with P, but we're about to start something out there this week, probably in the next day or so. So still trying to expand. That's still the goal. Uh Me and P, man, on that trip. P's a good dude. And I don't mind. I trust that we can make good money together, and I'll say that. That's what I trust. I had a great weekend. I took the little peanut heads out to the trampoline park, so that was fun. And spent Saturday, Sunday, and today before they went home. Good day, good weekend with the girls. Amelia, she's a interesting little one. I love her very much, but she's spoiled or something. Kennedy, Kennedy's a good older sister. Trying to keep her in check and stuff. They something else. But I'm trying to think what else is coming out. Oh, I know Lock and Key's coming out Wednesday. I'm definitely going to watch that. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna watch this movie called a show called Sandman. I don't know. I'm not impressed with the trailer. Look, you can say what you want. I get to pick and choose what I watch. I don't have to watch anything. You know what I'm saying? Like the show just look weird, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be watching that or not. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'll see if somebody else says something good about it, and then maybe. But look, I'm just at the point where I've seen way too many male private parts in these TV shows, and I just don't want to see any more. And when I be seeing these trailers sometime, bruh, I just be like, bruh, I love women. I like seeing breasts. I like seeing butts. I do not want to see no more mans, Wang Jangs. And that's the vibe I get off this show. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. Nothing about to sit here and watch me eat. I'm not eating in private. About to smoke some weed too. And you should. Yeah. Right there. Choked. It's your fault. Making me talk while I'm eating. Get out of there. Let's smoke some weed. Get some water because I need some.